Hey, what's up and hello. This is everybody's second favorite professor coming at you live on tape with another animate video. So today we're going to cover yet another tool. This time we're going to be covering the alpha channels. What the alpha channel is, much like in Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, it's called the opacity or transparency. Since we're dealing with video, film, it's called the alpha channel. So we're going to start with our layer 1, frame 1. We're going to grab out a letter. I'm going to hit Q to scale it up. So now with this letter, we're going to again give our timeline some space to work with. So at 120, I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut F5 to add some frames. And then at frame 1, layer 1, I'm going to go to Insert, Create Classic Tween. So now at layer 1, frame 1, I'm going to drag my A off to the left. Now, in your properties panel, again, when you're on the tool, the properties panel shifts to whatever tool you're on. When you're on the object, it'll shift automatically to the object panel, to where then we can look at the graphic. We could swap out the instance. We can change the position and size here. We can go to color effect. We can go to looping. In this case, we want to look at the color effects and then go down to alpha. Now again, alpha channel is what opacity or transparency is. It is the alpha channel. 0 to 100 changes the opacity. So if we want to start off our letter at 0 alpha, we can set it here, and then at frame 24, we want to transition it onto the stage. But we also want to then change the alpha channel back to 100. So that as it transitions, it's going to animate in and fade in at the same time. Now, say if we wanted to do a flicker, so we wanted to kind of pulsate. So we're going to do that across 3 seconds. So we're going to use every half second to determine the change. So in this case, we're going to just stick with, I know it's 1 off, but we're going to do 30, frame 30, hit F6. Frame 35, F6, 40, F6, 45, F6, 50, 55, and 60. So now we're going to alternate. So between frame 0 or frame 1 and frame 24, it fades in and transitions. From 30 on, we wanted to pulsate. So from 25 or 24 to 30, I want to change my alpha channel back to 0. And now because we automatically made a keyframe before we made this transition to 0, it's going to automatically be set to 100. So we're going to automatically have it go back. So all we have to do here is just every other one. So at 40, we want to click on the frame, click on the object, turn the alpha channel back to 0, jump to 50, same thing, alpha channel back to 0. At 60, same thing, alpha channel back to 0. And then now at 65, we hit F6, and then we can just turn back the alpha channel up. And then it's going to transition off the stage. Roughly 2 seconds. So we're going to do, this is 10, 20, and then roughly 24 here. So then we're going to simply drag our letter off the stage. And we're going to have it fade out again. So when you play it, hit spacebar. It's going to come in, pulsate, and then transition off. So that's how you can control the alpha channel, by simply clicking on the frame you want it to change at, or keyframe, and then you want to click on the object itself. Then that will allow the properties panel to shift the object, where you go to color effect, alpha. And that is how you do a simple alpha channel or transparency opacity editing using a classic tween. Stay tuned for the next tutorial, which will be introducing the movie clip function as it relates to how they function on the main timeline. Thank you.